Welcome back to DreamLeague Season 7, live from the DreamHack Monster Energy Studios. Brought to you by Monster Energy as well. And I definitely need one very soon. It's been a long day, but we have one more series left in us. It is Liquid versus Empire, and that's what we're here for. Also here again with Jay Kenner and Alan Besser, otherwise known as Director Slacks in the house. How are you guys doing?
Thank you.
Doing great. Ready for one more series.
One more series.
I don't even know your real name.
Yes, you do. I know you do.
No.
Yes?
I know Yorin. I don't know your last name.
Yes, you do. I think you should know.
Yorin.
It's
Trouble now, Jake.
It's Jareen, first of all.
Sorry.
It's Jareen.
Jareen?
Yes.
Jareen what?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that your last name?
No.
Let's see.
You really don't
Awkward.
know?
I mean, I don't want to know your name. I know your internet personality. That's...
Oh.
I mean...
How to Win Friends and Influence People by Jake Suraction Slacks.
Dude,
Alright.
I don't
Let's
care
get
about your
into
lives.
the
okay?
draft, because the draft's going on. War Room.
Let's do it.
How's
War
it
Room.
looking?
Oh,
Oh,
my
wow.
God.
Alright.
we're gonna try.
Oh, tree.
This
Oh,
band.
yeah.
Where's the Amber Spirit?
Tree and Rubik.
First pick Rubik. My God.
You
The
got the tree and the Rubik?
the audacity, dude. The audacity to do such a thing.
Somewhat unusual. First phase Ember out of Liquid. This isn't something that they do all that often. Miracle obviously quite confident in the hero.
Do you think they first picked the Rubik just because they really think they know what Empire's going to draft? They're just trying to mess them up? Because Empire does like to draft those kind of big team-fighty heroes.
I think there's some value in it as a block pick. Empire do like the hero. Mipushka is one of the better supports out there right now.
I think they picked the Ember to, I think it's just like a very comfort hero too for him, but it also burns the tree armor in the laning phase.
Yep.
High burst.
That's a great thumbs up. Thank you, sir.
So the Dark Seer, one of those heroes that I really dread seeing with Tree, is taken out, but they're
Phoenix.
going to go
Oh,
ahead
the
and take
Phoenix
the other
indeed.
combo, the
The
Phoenix.
combo.
And if you look at recently the heroes that we've seen paired with this, there's been the Medusa, there's been the Sven from IG. We obviously have just seen this pairing
Yeah, I
with the
don't know.
Void.
It's very
So-
strange, this resurgence of Bird. I'm not sure what I make out of it.
Resurgence of Bird.
It
Yeah.
happened in the
Alright.
finals at Kiev,
Yep.
right? It was like, I think four of the 5 games or something.
Well, we all knew that was coming. That was the OG Phoenix. I mean, that's the single-handed how to win Manila Major. And he got a little buff on the strength. I knew that was coming from that.
It wasn't
But
just OG that picked it though. Didn't VP
Yeah.
grab it one of the games too?
Pretty sure, yes.
Yeah, I think VP even like went back and grabbed it too. They saw the power of how well it can fight early and the attention it can kind of draw.
But we, through the last series, just saw how easy it is to counter. Just get some
Easy?
attack speed.
Just pick Troll.
You picked Troll, but they
That's
had
easy.
several heroes in that draft to counter. It wasn't just the Troll.
Yeah, I know. They had like
I
4
mean-
different ways. It was easy.
Troll's already banned, so that's
Yeah.
one of the ones out of the way.
Okay, well, pick up an Ogre, and there you go.
And it's tough. I mean, that was one of the concerns I had for Liquid's lineup last game, that a lot of it was built around countering the Phoenix, and the rest of Mouse's draft, it really freed them up. They got their comfort heroes.
Yeah.
They weren't all that worried about protecting the egg, and MNT still had a really good game.
I think Liquid's also trying to go for some very like early type aggression with this coming out and seeing like the Slark and Spectre bans. It's like kind of telltale. We don't want to go late game. We
Yeah.
want to be ending these games early. That's their powerhouse. Like Alan's been reiterating it over and over again. They do seem to struggle a bit once it gets past like, that 40-minute mark.
They're taking their time, though, to think about this last ban. Are there some heroes that they would be looking to ban? over others?
Vanderheisen.
You looked it up
Oh
on your
my-
phone, dude. I saw you.
Vanderheiden.
I saw you look it up on your phone.
But
Vanderheiden.
I've never said it out loud before.
Nobody has, because it's not a great name to pronounce. in English.
Hey, that's your family's lineage.
Yeah, it's a difficult name to
How do you
pronounce.
say
in
it for
English.
real, though?
Vanderheiden. Or
Vanderheiden?
Vanderheiden. It's fine. Vanderheiden.
Shiver. Got it?
Yep.
Neat.
She was fine.
You know, my sister broke up with a guy because he had a last name with an S. And her
Nobody
name is
cares.
Ariel Simone, so she would have been an ass. She's like, this will never work.
Lardar for Liquid.
That is not the reason she broke up with
It
him.
is. She
No.
literally
Yeah.
told me. She's very shallow.
So this most likely puts GH on the Slardar and Kuro back on the Rubik.
Yep.
The third most played player hero combination.
seconds remaining.
Lardar.
Sladar? What's your problem?
5 seconds
Nothing. I'm just
remaining.
thinking what they want to grab with it. Slacks. What's your
Okay.
problem?
Nothing. You
Alright,
just said his name in such a
I did.
Reserve time.
condescending manner. I thought
I'm just thinking like like this team used to be like the big team that did the Slardar Lifestealer, and it's decent versus the Phoenix, but Tree is quite good versus it in a way.
Yep.
But I think Lifestealer can give you very strong lanes to kind of deal with that if you do have vision of the tree. So I think maybe that's what Liquid's trying to go for here.
Oh, I just think it's if you can count on GH, and I think in a way, if you look at the game one of the last series, just the sheer amount of resources that Mouse had to dedicate trying to slow down GH's blink on Slardar, they know that's just so important. And the Empire is going to take away the Lifestealer.
Okay.
Bit of a block pick there.
And with
would
that,
imagine.
maybe not. I don't know. I mean, I'm really weird about thinking about how Lifestealer works versus Tree and a Phoenix, but
I mean, Chappie is a good lifestealer regardless, so.
yeah.
10
He likes that
seconds
hero.
remaining.
so check this out, guys.
All right.
All right. Team Empire
5
gets a
seconds
Tusk.
remaining.
No, they can't. It's banned.
No, yeah, they
Alright.
banned it.
Well-
Those are so hard to see from here.
In a world,
Reserve time.
Lifestealer jumps into Tusk, it snowballs in, and Lifestealer infests that, and then Phoenix eggs kills in that. Poof, whole team's gone. You don't even know what's up.
And then you kill the Egg and everybody dies.
Could be, or everyone gets all healed.
TI winning strat.
Yeah, when he's right here.
Strat.
Oh.
All right, now
The
we're talking.
Enigma.
Now we're talking.
So
Enigma.
there seems to be the continuing trend with Liquid. Mech offlaners for Mr. Mind Control.
And this is a hero that you do not have to worry about his farm as the game goes on. Mind Control is going
10
to keep farming on
seconds
this hero
remaining.
just fine. You
Yep.
split push potential as well. I like it.
I
5
like that
seconds
Enigma and
remaining.
Rubik on the same team, too. I mean,
Yep.
the classic counter, and then you first pick the Rubik, just opening yourself up for that.
Reserve
And so far,
time.
the only ways they have to dealing with that is either put down an
10
egg, which you
seconds
probably
remaining.
don't want to do at that time, or the overgrowth. Like, you have to commit null to that.
5
Can
seconds
you, as
remaining.
Empire... Nope, they're going to bat right. All right, I was going to ask, can you run Medusa mid
Liquid's
here,
turn
but
to ban.
I don't know about that with the bat rider pick.
They still don't have a lot of ways to deal with the black hole, though. I mean, it's still only ultimates. Am I missing something?
Well,
10 seconds
No,
remaining.
but you've now got a couple of BKB piercing disables
5
that'll
seconds
handle the
remaining.
black hole.
You
It's
know,
not the
pick a
worst thing.
Lincoln's and you're fine. You're good.
damn.
Reserve time.
If you have
Barrier
to farm.
gives Empire catch, which they were really lacking on their team. That's the one thing I see, and it gives the vehicle for the Lifestealer, but
Wait, hold on. Doesn't Treant's ult pierce a
Yes.
BKB
It
and
does.
would stop the
Yeah,
black
yeah.
hole?
And-
Yeah,
and
the
Lincoln's
overgrowth's
yeah.
good. Overgrowth.
Yeah, but it's still only
Okay.
ultimates.
Yeah. But still, Treant ult. Who cares?
And it's a shorter cooldown than the black holes.
and it's definitely worth using
Yeah,
to
yeah,
cancel
to
black
cancel
hole.
black
hole. Yeah.
And it's got a pretty large AoE now, as we saw in that last series, and we saw
Yeah.
at
Yep.
Kiev and stuff.
That was ridiculous. All right. Well, what do we got here for the last bans? Anything? Might see a Silencer ban. Everyone does hate an Enigma versus Silencer. And Death
got
Prophet,
Death Prophet.
actually.
Radiant team ban.
I mean, Empire would be a team to pick up that Death Prophet. It's pretty hard for Ember Spirit to do anything, and their Liquid's damage is not really that burst heavy right now.
It's
I
kind
mean,
of
they
funny.
still lack Matu's hero, but
We started the season with
10
people being
seconds remaining.
losing with Death Prophet a lot. Now she's come back a bit.
Well, she hasn't been played yet. She's just
5
been high
seconds
priority
remaining.
banned.
We
which
had
is
people. We had
strange.
2 lost games on the first day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
the
did.
season.
I know. I'm saying that after she lost, most people just banned it and been
Radiant
afraid of it
team
since. I mean,
drip.
it's very strange.
Some other qualifiers going on though do like the Death Prophet
Ah.
a bit more.
yeah,
Alright.
NP's been picking Death Prophet like 90% of their
Yes.
games. They even put it safe lane on Envy a bunch of the time. So maybe teams are looking at that kind of like strength of the hero.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up. That has worked a lot better than I
10
expected.
seconds remaining.
For
It's one of
DreamLeague,
the
it
first
hasn't
times I've
worked yet
seen-
though.
Oh,
You're right.
fair enough, fair enough.
Well, who watches tournaments
So,
besides
10
Dream?
seconds
True.
remaining.
Empire looking for their mid hero here. TA is still in the pool.
Reserve time.
I don't know that you want to pick that into an Ember.
OD, yeah, I was going to say the
OD,
FNOD
yeah,
is
of course.
like
Liquid's
this guy's been
turn
playing
to
it
pick.
so much.
Liquid though still they need the Matu hero, and they are a little lacking in damage. I don't know. that
They've
you-
got some good options though. I mean, what Terrorblade's still there.
TB,
if they want to play the
Slark.
TB Weaver,
Oh, no,
Slark.
Slark's banned. Slark's banned.
Oh,
Sorry.
Slark's banned. I think Terrorblade still could be pretty good here, can't it?
10 seconds.
I mean, I guess the
remaining.
OD with the illusions there, that might put you off it.
I like
5
TB.
seconds
I mean, they need an
remaining.
objective taker. I
I
think
mean,
that's
TB
fine.
out should push. You got the Metamorphosis to
Lycan
help
still in the pool?
take the egg down.
Lycan is still. in
Lycan
the
is
pool.
still there.
Lycan, so TB's banned. Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, sorry, TB's
On
banned.
TV's first 2 banned.
Oh, yeah, it's like
yeah.
low.
No,
Lycan
no,
is still in the
no.
pool. We've seen him do really well with that.
I don't know. Weaver can be good, can't it? Elusive for the Lifestealer to lock down upon.
Weaver's
Ah,
good. There you go, Owen.
Give him a.
Here you go,
It
sir.
wasn't
Here's your
really
Weaver.
rocket, so I think there wasn't much left for them there.
Yeah.
He's that man a cookie. All right. We are going to decide if Liquid is finally going to have a dent in their record today, because so far they've had 4 straight wins. Is it going to be the 5th? Is it going to be 900 game a win for Kuroki?
Yeah, I
Yeah?
think they got it.
They got it?
I think the drafts are not that lopsided here, but with the way that we've seen Liquid play all day long, in spite of a little bit shaking that second game versus Mouse, I think they got this.
They're only human, Sheever, okay? They've been playing great all day long, but there's something called fatigue. Empire's just been chilling in their jacuzzi, waiting for this match. I like the Treant. He's OP, mixed with the Phoenix. They've got no hope. Put me down for Empire. Take that, Nahaz.
All right. I think this might be game number 900 as well for Kuroki, so I'm going for Team Liquid as well. But I do think it's very close. I think this should be a really fun game to watch, and you are in for a treat. It is over to OD Pixel and Fog.
Yeah, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the another game. This is what, the 7th game of today? Yes.
Yes,
The
7.
7th game of Dota 2 we've had today. A lot of games of Dota. 2 more to go. And, of course, Liquid versus Empire. What a way to finish the day. It should be very exciting. The draft's complete. And that final pick, Weaver, I think feels pretty solid here for Liquid. Great ways to take down the X and such, helping out with that fact. And the fact that the lockdown isn't massive from Empire's lineup. It's going to be a pretty slippery Weaver game.
Yep, I think the Ember Spirit and the Weaver are going to be very hard to bring down, and yeah, I like that you pointed out the Weaver very good at bringing down the egg, so Liquid definitely has a thing in their minds, and I think the best way to actually even run the Weaver, I think it's actually really hard when you don't have the Corrosive Haze, so I think the Slaughter Weaver combo makes the hero a lot better just because he doesn't really like to build these like straight up damage items. He likes to get his like Linken's, maybe a Desolator some of the times, but we've been lately seeing like Linken's, Diffusal, like these kind of builds where he just gets in the back lines and...
There we go. The crowd goes wild. Mind control on his Enigma. Miracle ready and indeed. Liquid, we can expect them to go ham on that after Matumbaman was able to confirm that we can indeed hear those sounds. And Liquid love it. I love to bring the music. Drum roll. I got to say, that's the first drum roll we've had today. So nice of Miracle to introduce some new audio memes.
30 seconds
To the playing field. But the lanes that we're going to be seeing, it looks at the moment that nothing too surprising in terms of who's playing the safe and who's playing the off. No one going for any sort of aggressive tri-lane as such, as both teams will keep to their respective safe lane.
Yeah, they're going to do the same thing that they've been doing all day today.
Yep.
Liquid's going to go to contest for this rune. They're going to be able to get it, but at the same time, Poshka in position, ready to bash
he
Miracle.
should have this, yeah.
The battle
They know he's there. Bash, take.
Easy win. And yeah, gets a bit of harassment down onto Miracle as well. Couple of punches. Sends him packing. And I'll see how much of an issue this Treant can be. A very hotly contested hero. Again, we saw it in one game earlier today. We'll get the block off on one of the camps there as well, near to mind control.
Oh, I really like that play by Poshka.
Yeah.
Blocking the camps versus the Enigma. Now it's much harder because you're very limited as an Enigma when you're able to go because the camps spawn so much slower because of that. Of course, 2 minutes each for each one. And mid lane should be pretty tough for Miracle. This is quite a hard matchup for Ember Spirit, especially with FN being a very experienced OD player. Since he's been straight up spamming the hero and getting it majority of the games. GH going to emphasize on trying to shut down the Batrider in the laning phase. And then I think GH is just going to run around afterwards, depending on the tree's movements. We've just been seeing Liquid kind of doing this like same kind of thing. They really like to let Kuroki just chain pull over and over again in the lane, and GH just runs around, does his own thing. And they even have a Weaver this time around. So Weaver versus Batrider, he's able to actually just... He can 1v1 pretty well versus that.
I guess though, if this kind of tri-lane does make a go, you know, Liquid, once the living armor points are there, it's going to be quite hard to get the kills in terms of actually having the damage to fight through it.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Treant's certainly going to cause issues when Liquid try and find some action. I mean, at the least though, just of course with this laning, just hoping to secure the farm for Matumbaman, and that should be pretty easy for them. I mean, the Treant and the Bat aren't going to be able to do really too much in terms of slowing down Matuma-man's farming.
Poshka's in trouble. They got the level 1 bugs too for him, and they've got a sentry if he is even going to get close to fading, but he's dead.
And yeah, they'll give it to Matuma-man as well. He's the one to grab it, and this tri-lane going from good to better.
Yep, he's saved his skill point that whole time. He was just waiting for the opportunity to get the tree whenever he showed. So very good initial move from Liquid, understanding how to play versus the Treant Protector. Mid lane, Miracle, as kind of expected. FN leading the way, 10-3 CS.
Yeah, quite the difference. I mean, do you expect we'll see any sort of rotation towards mid? Is it just kind of down to the Slardar? I mean, I guess at the moment,
top,
he's not going to want to rotate.
He's going to die again. He's still level 1. He's going to get his level 2 off that creep. He is, but he should be going down here, or is he? He gets the Firefly off. The bug damage is adding up. Shikuchi coming through. Matu doesn't want to miss any CS, though.
Yeah, he's going to let GH and KuroKy chase this one down, and I mean, they should get it. The bug actually might just do, I mean, at the least, they might not even matter about this. It will just force Ghostic to be out of lane for a long time. And he's got the TP. So we'll go to the shrine, I'd imagine, as he wants to stay close to the lane. So they are still chasing. Who they're sending back up here now? They did have KuroKy. He's not actually going to find it, though. Doesn't get the vision. So the TP to the shrine will be there.
Space.
Oh. I guess so, yeah. Certainly freed up the lane for quite a bit for Matuma-man. But certainly not the worst for the back. Keeping himself alive and being able to go to that shrine and heal up, meaning that it saves a trip back to the base and walking back out to lane.
I can't believe he actually lives there. Yeah. That's crazy. Getting that last creep experience for his Firefly. Liquid unable to close the gap onto him. But yeah, they're gonna every time they see the tree coming up here, since they see a dual lane, they're gonna keep the tri-lane here. This is where GH doesn't make the moves around just yet.
So they just kind of realize they've just got to sack the mid lane. They know that Ember's going to have a hard time, and they're not going to throw any heroes down that. They'll just let FN have this sort of lead.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty tough for them to bring down an OD with their 3 heroes. It's like they have to really get it like perfect. FN has to be playing super aggressive. That being said, they can try to do that. They do have a smoke on GH, so maybe if they do get a killer, another killer too, and maybe give Matu a better start, then that's when we see that rotation kind of come out. Kuro is going to be helping Miracle at least get the runes. Camping toward top rune, it is a regen.
And FN slightly stepping up the aggression. The ping will be there. In fact, from Empire, they are very well aware of KuroKy's movements. With that Observer Ward on the high ground by the top bounty spot. See him leaving the lane. And that'll mean that they'll keep him safe. Top lane, they want to make a dive. They know that Empire have left to go elsewhere. Can they get the crush? They need GH to get in range, and he will do so. Living armor, though, causing issues with the Shikuchi. They still have the damage. Can Empire punish it? They'll bring King R in. KuroKy is there with the telekinesis back into a further crush. Matuma-man has to be careful. He's ticking down pretty low here in the Firefly. He'll play it safe. They bring King R down low, but Matuma-man's not going to want to dive. GH again, though, with a third crush here in this fight, doing a lot. Those crushes really coming through. They pick up a second kill. They'll actually look to Ghostic, who's come back into the lane. GH pops the stick charges. The Napalm, though, will keep GH back. Matuma-man as well with those sticks. I mean, we're seeing just there. Just pops him back up to full health and full mana. Really making the difference. And the clarity's still ticking up, so Matuma-man's going to be back at pretty much full HP and full mana after getting those kills done as well on that top lane.
Yep. Now KuroKy even grabs a stick of his own, so they want to continue these kind of aggressive plays on the Batrider. I think it's a really good approach and a great way to deal with Empire. Ghostic is one of their big assets. Mind control bottom, doing a great job. He's denying as much as possible, denying the rain creep over and over again. Losing a couple Eidolons because the lifestealer can just phase, or you can just walk in and actually get the auto attacks on him a few of the time, so he's doing very well down bottom too. Mid lane though, as we've been mentioning, Miracle getting followed around. Now Miposhka's even on the prowl to look for him.
He's looking for the courier. And that crush will just be enough to save the courier. They'll get it out. Miracle, I wonder if he can go back in. Doesn't have a slight. Do they actually have detection between these two? They do not. So Miposhka will be fine with that play.
Keeping good aggressive wards out. Trying to keep eyes on Miracle as well.
Radiant's top tower is under
But yeah,
attack.
FN heavily leading the board. Double no build, level 6 already. About to have his treads, so he's almost he's actually more than a full level ahead of them.
He's having an amazing time in the middle lane. Ace Rune as well. Maybe can make a rotation. He's going to head across. With King R, they want to dive upon Mind Control, and Mind Control, yeah, he's going to be taken down shortly. He tries for the TP out, and Astral's there to cancel it. And already FN knows he can head back. He'll stick around for the experience. Gets the kill. Rotation successful, and the haste rune, a very fortunate one for him to find. Up top, Croaky, knows Miposhka's in the neighborhood, has that sentry down. We'll go for a bit of harassment trade, forcing Miposhka away. Matumba is going to head across. They have another sentry to lay down if needed. They might not need it if they've got the damage. There's the second sentry. Very nicely done by Kuro. Having the wards ready to enable those sort of kills.
Very important to have those sentries in lane versus Treant Protector for the obvious reasons. Every time he shows face, he is very tanky in HP, but he's a 1 armor hero, so he does suffer quite a lot once those beetles, once the swarm actually gets on him. Mind Control now just going to resort to the jungle. Miracle's been resorting to the jungle.
And so is FN as well.
And they're actually making a move toward bottom right now.
Okay. Miracle ready to team
Oh, they
up.
see this. They see the huge stack that's going on down there. So Miracle wants to get eyes on that. Yeah.
Yeah, they want to get involved in this. Miracle he sees that the Phoenix is very low on the back lines. I'll turn towards Chappie. GH actually gets the wrap around there with the crush. Chappie pots the rage, looks to turn, infests into a creep. They'll start to bring down the creeps though. Now the rage is gone. Chappie's surrounded by 4. He's taken down. And the Liquid will be able to clean up the rest of that camp there.
Miracle's happy about that one. I think he probably wanted the last hit, but they're able to clean up that whole camp and get the Chappie. Great 4-man commitment rotation. And now it's time. You know, they're like, all right, we've secured Matu enough. He can actually stand toe-to-toe right now with the Batrider, with the Treant. He should be just fine, and we're going to just be making rotations, trying to catch Miracle back up to the game.
And what is the build we're going to see? Is he queuing up the Lincolns first? Is he playing it? Okay,
we haven't seen yet.
Ring of the Elf into the Aquila.
It's a possibility versus the Batrider always.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense to get it straight up this game, not to alter the favoured build.
Yeah, we've seen some people rush Solar Crest as well. Some people rush Desolator. I think it all depends on game to game, and depending on what happens after the laning phase. Just to see how you're feeling, if you're going to just be playing a big split push game or what. And Poshka getting caught out here.
He's got the damage.
5 seconds for his invis to go off. 2 seconds living armor. Is it going to be enough?
It's going to be close. Oh, if he goes for the Shikuchi and connects it, he'll find it, but no, Poshka's headed north. Oh, that was close. Poshka has to be very careful, of course. They're actually scanning out as well, seeing if they can find him.
They know he's still up there.
They do. They know he's not down south. And
and he gets him.
Yeah, beautiful scan from Liquid. They check that whole area down south. It doesn't blink red at all, so Liquid knows that he has to be in that top half of the jungle. Very smartly done.
That was sick.
Yeah.
Liquid has a very deep ward as well, so they're able to watch Ghost Stick while he's jungling right now, so they know that's where he is. So GH is like, I need that experience. Give me that.
No, he's over, and he's might
Maybe
get
get a
one of the
CS?
creeps. Yeah.
Oh, he gets one.
He'll take it. He'll take the troll. Summon up.
Man, GH is somehow always so rich on this Slaughter Dart. Like, he's got level 5, he's got his Tranquils, he's got Windlace as well, and he's got 730 gold.
It's
very
been a great
efficient.
time for him.
Very efficient with his movements.
Double Midas will be the pickup here for Empire, getting it both on FN and for their lifestealer,
Okay.
picking it up on both cores capacities. I mean, this certainly could be something that's punished by Liquid's lineup, but unlikely really that they're going to be buying Midas themselves, and they could certainly get the tempo going a little faster than Empire are able to deal with, especially as we're just pointing out with the start that GH is getting.
Yeah. So this game, I think Weaver, yeah, okay. I think I was going to say, I think he is going to go for the Lincolns. I was going to say, I also think it's really good this game versus an OD, just getting those natural stats versus OD is always very good. So he does decide to do that, queues it up.
Matumba diving in onto the bat, forcing him back.
Smoke coming out from GH and Miracle. Miracle has a haster in his bottle. They're trying to get onto Ghost Stick here.
Yeah, once the Firefly has worn out, that'll be the time to jump. But I think Ghost Stick, does he realize something fishy is going on? He's already backing up to the tier 2.
Yeah, Vision of King R here.
Yeah, jumped in straight away with the remnants, but they don't. Well, they do get the chains, but yeah, doesn't cancel the dive. Dive's already there down to the low ground. He will survive. But Liquid at least creating space for that top tier 1 push to come through. The 4 of them will surround it. But of course, these movements as a team, they are giving more and more space to both the Lifestealer and the OD. FN and Chappie are certainly going to be happy with the rate of farm that they're getting so far this game.
Having Midas so early is very nice.
There's no doubt about that. And I can see that as well at the moment. Miracle did struggle in the mid lane at the start and is falling behind. Over 1,000 difference at this early stage between him and the mid position 1 of Empire. Bottom lane, mind control. Maybe thinking about going for some sort of a go as TP's come in, but there's a wraparound, in fact, from the side of Empire. Ghost Stick's going to be hunted down by the bugs. With the amplifier on him, Matsuma's just going to chunk into him so hard here with the right clicks, and as we can see there, Bruno Nalo Ghostic will try for the TP. In fact, with the living armor, can he make it? No. The Malefice is there. Mind
Great
control,
move.
cancel the TP.
That was Empire trying to go for a smoke wraparound on mind control, but Matu making the move first, in position, and he's able to break the smoke and actually get himself that kill. That was a very good read by him, and just he wants to go down and he wants to pressure the lifestealer now. He's like, all right, I've done enough to the Batrider. It's time to just slow down Chappie. They probably saw the Midas as well, and they're like, all right, we can just pressure his tower, and that's our best move to slow him down a bit, and that's exactly what they're going to do now.
Yeah, then Chappie realizing as well there's no point in him sticking around, immediately TPs up to the top shrine and looks to continue his farm on the opposite lane. So just sacking this bottom tier 1. Liquid will be able to claim it almost certainly. They'll put the fortification, but Empire no interest in defending against this sort of a push from Liquid. Mid lane.
GH in mid, he's invis.
He does need a +1. Who have we got coming across
Miracle's
there?
coming.
Miracle's there. Yeah, with a crush into a remnant burst, they could certainly go for this, and of course, not yet hitting level 6, so no supernova as such. He was trying to pick up the last bit of experience there, but still stuck on level 5. King R taken down immediately. So we're going to see no Midases, but of course, mind control will be picking it up for Liquid on the Enigma.
I think Enigma is one of the exceptions.
Absolutely. I mean, already we're seeing he can offer a lot with the push and such. Yeah, getting that Midas is not really wanting to look at it any other way with the Enigma.
I got Miracle. Oh no, okay. I was gonna say Miracle bought his own dust, trying to set up to like look for the trees, but it was actually GH that bought the dust for him, and he's just going for the rush bots. GH is so rich? Like he bought the dust for him too, and he's almost got the blink dagger on the Slardar. All of his rotations have been working perfectly. He's part of 6 of the kills.
I mean, he's rich, and then you look at Ghostic. He's struggling on this bat.
Yeah,
he really is struggling on this bat. It's a position 4 Slardar. That's 1k ahead of your position 3 bat.
Matu getting engaged on top. He gets the time lapse off instantly. They put down the sentry and tried to bash him from invis, but.
And they didn't quite have the mana for the lasso. 20 mana
true.
short of getting the lasso follow-up. And as we talked about in the draft, without that lasso, very little disable that's going to be reliable at catching the Weather, and as we saw there, stop him from time-lapsing. In fact, that's pretty much the only thing this game that's going to be able to stop him from time-lapsing if you get the lasso off. And once he's got the Lincolns, good luck with that.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough for them to bring down Matu or Miracle in these like side positions unless FN gets a couple like big hits on them and just able to blow them up with his ulti, because FN is extremely farmed though. Sitting at the top of the net worth, 6,000 ready for him. I like these deep aggressive wards that Liquid has placed, so they're able to keep eyes on the lifestealer whenever they go to jungle, keep eyes on FN, keep eyes like any of the rotations, and you already see that Liquid wants to be playing around the enemy jungle with at least 4 of their heroes, and just like, Matu, do your own thing for now, and we're going to make space for you. Even though Miracle's the one who was behind, they want to be playing around Miracle for now. Mind control just still sitting bottom as well, pushing in the waves heavily. Almost got that mech. He's actually, wow, he actually pretty much has it. 40 gold.
Super farmed. I mean, look how much gold he's got. He's got the same amount as Matuma on the safe lane Weaver.
That's going to be really important for them to take team fights versus Empire, because having the black hole is great, but having that mech, that extra sustain with their type of lineup, it's going to come out pretty much at the same time as GH has a blink dagger, which, I mean, I'm watching this guy's replay afterwards. GH is just so farmed.
Yeah. 200 gold away, and blink dagger will be there for GH. Still, though, of course, those 2 Midases keeping both FN and Chappie ahead in terms of the overall net worth. It's just the fact that, they may be ahead, but the rest of Empire is suffering. Ghostic still remains behind, and their 2 supports, of course, on par with Kuroki, but at less than half the net worth of GH's Slardar.
Yeah, I'm still not really feeling the whole, I mean, the tree, you can see what he's doing in the lane phase, but the Phoenix hasn't really been able to find any type of like opportunities. He's just kind of like sitting back, and that kind of is like the nature of a Phoenix, you know? You're not really online until you have your egg, and now he does, so we will probably see them try to defend their tier 1s with that, because I think the big thing for Liquid is claiming those early tier 1s versus Treant.
Matuma heading down here to join mind control. They may try and go for a heads-up black hole play, but instantly Chappie, sort of bridging with the movement speed, gets himself back. And Poshka's there as well, so they'll be careful about this. Ghostic does manage to finish off the blink, so there we go. A crucial component to allow Empire to find those pickoffs, and then transition into having the numbers advantage for these team fights, as you mentioned, with all those ultimates that they now have at their availability.
Smoke coming out for Liquid. They're set up bottom. Empire also smoking up.
They want to go.
Liquid's aware of this one.
Let's see what they can do in response, though. GH is going to be the first to be jumped on, out with the rage, but instantly...
Astral.
Yeah, the Astral actually there. I believe that was the stolen Astral, I want to say, from Croaky used defensively, keeping him alive after the initial burst. They will manage to drop the sanities onto Matuma Man, getting him in return. Croaky with the telekinesis, mind control, comes in on the back, and with already a lot being blown, there's nothing to cancel it. They'll crush down Chappie, not quite enough damage to take him straight away. He goes for the raise TP, will make it. Liquid trying to look for the easier kills. They're going to be a little bit off the mark, though, with the chains. It doesn't matter, though, because GH is in with the crush onto FN, and Liquid take 4. And, yeah, Kuroki there with that stolen Astral just changed the whole just rhythm of that. And also with the stolen Overgrowth, he managed to get out in that fight as well. So, great play from the Rubik. I think he probably only just had level 6 as well in that fight as well, Kuroki. I can imagine. He's through level 7 at the moment, but before... very crucial that he had that spell still for that fight.
Yeah,
and we'll see here, look, bam,
saves
Astral.
him completely. Matu does get brought down and focused here pretty heavily.
Yeah.
Caught in the overgrowth. Then he just gets wailed on by FN. Even the OD ulti being committed on him. But then once the OD ulti is committed, once the Phoenix Egg's committed, once the Batrider Lasso is down, that's where Liquid has their time to shine. And GH, like, look, the Astral was actually so big because GH living with that Blink Dagger is just able to get them so much. They even claim a tier 2.
Without that save, that fight is an absolute train wreck for Liquid. There's no question about it.
Yeah, because, I mean, Ghostix, that is the exact target that you want to be able to go on in those type of engagements. You want to grab the Slaughter with the Batrider. He's going in. He's got Kuroki this time.
Yeah, this time, there's no way that Kuroki can save himself. He'll turn around and check out a Leech Seed, but no way he can outdo the damage that Empire throw down upon him. Rubik down.
Thinking back a little more, too, I like the Enigma concept overall versus Tree, because like after you get a team fight with your Eidolons, if you do win the team fight pretty nicely, you can bring down towers quite quickly. So they do end up like bringing that tier 2 tower as well already this early into a Tree lineup is quite important. Now they have full access into the bottom area of the map.
This is definitely something to consider. You know, you look at the two lineups, and Liquid, not just with the Enigma, but with the Weaver and such, have just a much better way of taking down towers. Empire, I mean, their best real tower hitter is the Lifestealer, but you're kind of putting them on the front lines in a very vulnerable position in this sort of game. So certainly a lot easier for Liquid to find objectives with, say, if you gave the same amount of a window and time slot to Empire's lineup.
Miracle picking up a Blade Mail now. So very good versus the Lifestealer, also good versus OD, reflecting that pure damage, and gives you some stats, you know, gives you int to deal with that, and then you can actually kind of stand a little bit more toe-to-toe with the Lifestealer. Miracle really likes this build-up.
So look at Mind Control's farm. Greaves now complete. Second highest on the net worth with that start he had into the Midas. A very solid Enigma performance so far. Lincoln's complete from the Timberman. FN does now have the Hurricane Pike, so you certainly can start to look to find that position to really rack up the intelligence steal in these skirmishes to build up that sanity.
Miracle draws a line. He's like, yeah, they're in our jungle for sure. I mean, that's you're playing in their jungle. The best place for the enemy team is to play in your jungle. You do see this all too often, and now Liquid able to pressure now another tower. They've got Black Hole ready in about 10 seconds, and this one looks like it's going to be a freebie for them. And they take down towers much better than Empire does.
No question about it. Living Armor is not going to stop these sort of pushes from Liquid. Tier 1 to go. Empire just trying to farm up the rest of the map. They're taking what they can from Liquid's jungle at the moment. Liquid now with the sweep around. We'll see if they catch anyone from Empire on the way back out. King R's already out of there.
Going in the Roche pit already with the Swarm. Corrosive Haze going to be up again in a second, so they can apply that there. Empire did ping it out before Liquid even went into it, but this is going to die very quickly with that Corrosive Haze.
They are going to attempt for it, though. The Flame Break thrown in, already the TP across to the Shrine from the Lifestealer.
Yeah.
Liquid are being careful, though. You can see GH just waiting outside of the pit. He'll be ready with the counter initiation. Miposhka in the neighborhood.
He's in a great spot here for Miposhka. They're ready to engage.
Yeah, but immediately they're in fact holding back the Batrider there with the crush. They'll come in with the Supernova. Liquid, they focus the roots there, though, and the Sanity's just dropped down. Liquid, they've lost 2. The Supernova successful. Empire taking good control of the pit. There'll be a buyback from Mind Control, though. Really not wanting to give up this Roshan. GH jumps back in, lands the 2-man crush, but Ghostix still gets the lasso. Doesn't matter. The damage from a Timberman rips into pieces. Chappie chasing down GH, though, and GH is gone. Chappie will find the Slardar kill, but Miracle with the chains after Rage wears off. Living Armor, is it enough to keep Chappie alive? No, that Remnant Ford will finish the deal off. As Liquid will manage to get the kill. Did cost them that buyback from Mind Control, but if they can secure Roshan after a pretty good team fight, then definitely worth the buyback.
I mean, I think that buyback was incredibly good for him.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't get the Guardian Greaves before he died because of the well-placed and timed ultimates coming out from Empire. They did that. They executed that fight like perfectly. The Blink Lasso comes in.
Yeah,
he
great
jumps in with the
initiation.
egg. He waits till the egg's at about halfway, like before they kill it. Then he drops the root right afterwards. He was Miposhka was super patient from that root with that root. But yeah, amazing buyback from Mind Control, securing them Roshan. Now they're committing forward. They're trying to find FN here.
They've got another Remnant and the slight chains. There's the initial lockdown. GH just having to wait out the Astral. Has to keep himself out of the Sun Ray, make sure he gets the blink off, and he will. Jumps in, and more than enough physical damage to bring FN down
But the
low.
Fire
But oh, the
Spirits.
Fire Spirits, yeah. They'll bring him down low, but they won't bring him all the way down. He's fine, and now Liquid actually on the disengagement. Tumberman TP's out. Elsewhere, Mind Control actually able to find a solo kill onto Ghostic, committing the black hole, but it brings down the bat. The rest of Liquid do just get themselves out of here, out of the jungle of Empire.
I love that, actually. The Mind Control went for the solo black hole. He's like, we just took the fight that we wanted. You know, we got the Roche, and they committed all their ultimates for that one. I can throw my ultimate out at the same time here, because there's not going to be a big fight coming out for the next like minute or 2 minutes or whatever. So I do love that he does that, and now he gets himself pretty much completely back after that buyback, because the buyback hurt him a little bit, but getting a solo kill on the other offlaner,
Radiant's top tower
Definitely
is under
worth.
attack.
And again, of course,
in that scenario.
an easy steal, but a very nice steal for Kurokitab. Just having that Astral. It does so much against those sort of initiations because they don't really have any sort of save other than just counter-initiating. With that, though, it just makes the life of the bat a lot harder to get that jump he wants.
Yeah, I mean, it was the last pick OD, but Liquid was actually the ones to kind of bring that about, right? Last DreamLeague, we saw a lot of OD being picked like
And
first
then they
two,
put
and
Rubik in
Liquid
response.
were the one who was just picking Rubik right away
Yeah.
into it. So having the Astral Steel, yeah, it's massive versus a Bat Rider. Now they have the Aegis up on Matu. He's got Linken's, like you said before, and on his way toward his Diffusal Blade, which is going to be very useful for himself to get into those backlines, go for those type of kills onto the tree and onto the Squishy Phoenix.
Like,
Smoke coming out right away. They don't want it. They don't want to fight around the hole. They just want to commit with everything
I think
else.
they did double smoke as well.
They
there.
did?
But
Yeah.
we'll see if it matters as they'll jump in. Ghostic will be quick with the reaction though, and Sanity's being dropped, bringing them down low. They'll pop the Supernova. Liquid had to be careful. They managed to kill the Bat Rider. Matuma Man's trying to bring down the egg, and he will get it. The final touch coming in just in time, and now they have to get themselves out of here, Empire. The chase down's there. They've got the corrosive phase onto Chappie. The crush brings down a fourth. FM will be fortunate though. TP's himself out from behind the tree line.
Kuroki, the defensive Astral again. Like,
Yeah.
Let's see the replay.
It causes
that was beautiful.
so much of an issue.
He literally just throws down Miracle. The Flame Guard still is applying while he's thrown underground. The OD ult comes out, but nobody ends up dying. The Guardian Greaves as well. Just, damn, that's great fight execution.
I was gonna
coming
say,
out from
that
Liquid.
felt like that OD ult did a lot less damage than I was expecting it to.
He didn't
came
really
through and
have-
it just...
He didn't have any install.
No,
but
it really seemed like I was expecting someone to die, and then no one did die.
I think he was. I want to say he might have been had no field as well for the 10% magic reduction as well. But yeah, the Guardian Greaves kind of counteracting the damage.
Yeah,
And just
and the mana drain. You know, it's
These-
just bam, the mana was back there. With the
these
Greaves.
Astrals, unbelievable.
Matumba, Diffusal Blade complete now as well. 24 minutes in, so it's really going to step up the damage he's going to be kicking out. BKB is nearly there though for FN. Definitely a necessary item
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
in this game.
Oh, Mind Control went for the 120 GPM instead of the 15% cooldown reduction. We've been seeing a lot of majority of people actually go for the cooldown reduction. As for the big staple one mid lane, Ghostic getting engaged on from GH. He does get the lasso.
Is the bash going to
with
be
the
there?
living armor.
Oh,
He
he
lives.
gets out. A
Just
very
enough.
sweet little play there. The lasso into TP away. As the bashes didn't come through.
Yeah, living armor, good ability as well.
Liquid do know, of course, though, if they do want to go for a push, they don't have to worry about the lasso for a bit.
Yeah, and the
Definitely
OD
something that
ults
could break
from the
a-
last time.
Yeah.
And they've got their
Oh.
black hole ready.
Korea? Yeah, Miracle's found it here with the rest of the team. They jump forward and they'll take it down. And that did have, what was that, the Hyperstone for Chappie. I mean,
a
it
big grab.
wouldn't have been the full AC as he's still a fair bit of gold up, but still, yeah, knocking down the Hyperstone. Still an item that Chappie would have been happy to have.
This is great. Liquid just keeping on the aggressive, playing on the enemy side of the map. Matu is taking enemy Ancients, making sure they don't go on their side of the map. This is always important to do. We talked about it earlier that Liquid's been very, very keen on doing this, that they don't let the pressure up. They
No.
have their black hole up, so I mean, why would they? And they are definitely in a commanding position with an Aegis. It's 12,000 gold lead for them, leading the kill score as well.
We will see Empire come out with the smoke. They have the sanities. How long is for the lasso? I mean, Ghostig still...
It just came up.
It just
and
came up.
Aegis just got
This
reclaimed.
GH, that's the jump you want to make. Straight away, dragging him away from any sort of potential backup. Great start for the fight for Empire. They'll get the overgrowth onto Matumba. He's quick with the time lapse back. And again, that time lapse just being enough to allow Matumba Man to get out of there. As just a little too tricky.
Pretty good pickup, though. GH is worth
Getting
a lot.
GH, yeah, absolutely. And it's the only way you're ever going to be able to turn the initiation into a successful team fight. It just happened to be that the rest of Liquid were a little too far away. But yeah, you take GH out and you know that Liquid's going to be like, all right, we're just going to leave you alone. They're not going to want to jump in if their Sladar's taken out.
Yeah. They don't want to re-engage, and also he was saving gold a bit, so he does lose quite a lot there because he's going for the Solar Crest. But yeah, he's still... I mean, GH is a high priority kill. This guy is extremely rich, as I keep saying over and over again. He's very high level 2, level 14 on the support Slardar. So definitely super worth it for them to go for him. BKB finished on FN now with his level 18. So he's actually hitting a big peak as well.
20-7 here. Liquid still with a very sizable lead, 11,000 in it as well. And if Empire can eliminate GH and then at least, you know, manage to get some sort of lockdown onto another, but that really is the problem, as we kind of said from the draft onwards. You get the lasso onto one target, then what are you doing that's allowing you to focus on the Ember, focus on the Weaver? If you're using the lasso to get GH, you're not going to be able to grab either of these two cores. They're going to be able to get themselves out of there, get themselves around you. It's... I don't know. They need to kind of hope that Liquid overcommit. They need to... Matumba Man cooching up to the high ground.
King R gets crushed up.
Yeah, caught outside the base. And will he have any sort of chance to play his way out? No. No chance for a dive or a supernova. The physical too thick and fast from Liquid, and they'll look to see if they can get some more here. FN has to be careful how he plays this one out. Matumba Man on the hunt. Looks like he'll be okay. The scan will be there. Liquid know that they're still up here. They did just clip the circle, already jumping back up. It's going to be actually the actual, again,
he
a
dies
good lasso.
fast,
The sanity's a little unnecessary there, it felt, as the right clicks did about 10 times more damage than the sanity's Eclipse did. But maybe just making sure that the kill occurs, and just potentially a bit of panic coming out from FN.
Yeah, I mean, it did do a very underwhelming amount of damage, but you can see the idea he wants. He's like, I want to burst this guy so fast. They're very close. We got to kill and get the hell out of here.
Yeah. I mean, at this stage, how much hint does the Enigma have? It's got to be pretty...
60.
He's got,
No, he's got more than that, sorry. He's got 83, sorry.
And how much has the OD got, base, at the moment?
He only had, like, he's pretty close. It's pretty
more.
similar, so it doesn't do much damage at all. Yeah, the right clicks definitely do more damage right now versus Enigma.
Enigma down, that will certainly put a bit of a slowdown for Liquid, unless they see an option for GH to jump in. Empire just trying to reclaim control of their half of the map, really. And get Chappie the farm that he requires. Has finished off the AC.
Courier, Miposhka gets it.
Didn't have anything on, though. But
he might get
a courier's a courier.
Scouted out here. They have a gem
They're
on
hunting.
GH. They are looking for him.
Yeah, they'll clip on the edge of the sentry, and in fact, get the shackles just on the edge of it, bring him back.
Oh, he's got living armor, too.
Ooh, that's nice.
Is he going to heal up the mid tower before it dies?
How much
It's
health
80,
have we got
80
in it?
HP. The creeps, they're on it.
Kuroki!
Oh, it's dead. Oh, the glyph. He's picking
picking
it.
it.
He's like, defend it. I can heal it. Yeah, that's
there
my
we
boy.
go. Look at that.
Good stuff.
Oh, I'm going to be interested to watch the progress of that tier one. See if we see if we get it back up to full health with that living armor still.
It does happen very quickly.
Yeah.
They are pinging it now, too. Miposhka's like, dude, it was about to die, and he saved it, and he's got my living armor.
I mean,
oh, no.
This is the thing, is again, a weakness of the lineup of Empire. What, 30 minutes in, they've only been able to take one tier one.
Yeah. It's just, I think that the shutting down of the Batrider was very important coming out from Liquid. They're unable to press their advantage, and Empire's unable to press their advantage and go for those tower pushes just because of the quick paceness of Liquid. They only have to rely on their one black hole cooldown, while if you look at Empires, they have like 3 or 4 ultimates they do have to rely on to like win those big team fights. The gem pickup from Kuroki on putting it onto GH was pretty big too. They cleaned out like 2 or 3 wards that Miposhka had just placed, and they're reclaiming their map control, and this tower is almost full already.
Yeah, he's the living armor. If you can't pick the treant, become the treant. And become the OD, become any hero that you want. As KuroKy has done this game with the spell steals.
They're all just perched around this mid tower. He's like, and it's full. Job is done. Time to get on the aggressive again.
That's interesting as well. The talents for the Ember, is this something we sometimes see variation in going for the 10 armor over the Flame Guard absorption?
Yeah, a lot of times people do it, yeah.
And this game you can see, I mean, against what the lifesteal with the AC and Deso makes sense.
Yeah.
Ooh, talking about the lifesteal, there's inside Ghostic, who will get the jump in, and again, GH.
That's the gems there. KuroKy, he's got it. Okay.
Will manage to get the recovery. Can Empire get more out of this? Again, this is how Empire want to start these fights. Take the Slardar. Roshan is up. They really want to get something more out of it. I mean, if you're getting GH, you're stopping Liquid from taking a team fight, but it's very hard for them to turn just one kill into an objective taking for the team.
And
they need to find a second one.
Yeah, it's tough for them to really go for those kills. I think they should just go for objectives, and that's what they're doing. They're perching themselves toward top. They got to try to get some towers whenever the GH is dead, but GH is not dead for very long. 20 seconds, and Liquid is already starting to group up. They've got the BKB finished on the Enigma. I'm pretty sure Matu... Okay, Matu actually switched to the Iascati. He's trying to get more stats versus the OD.
Yeah, this tower push is so risky.
Yeah, they can't do it now.
Even with taking GH down, it's just not enough. The Living Armor's there healing up the tower. Miracle searching for something. Doesn't manage to get vision or eyes onto Chappie for the slight chains.
Still
and
hunting.
the posture in the tree line will get himself out as well.
And now they go straight into the Roche for themselves. So GH with Solar Crest, with Corrosive Haze, this one I don't believe that Empire's going to be able to contest. It's going to die so fast once they start actually hitting it.
Yeah, the pings are out. They're aware of what's going on. But yeah, really looks like that they just can't get there in time. They're on the high ground. The Eidolons nicely micro there from Mind Control, making sure that there's no chance of a blink in. In fact, Miracle comes in with a wraparound. GH gets the crush off. That's going to be the Phoenix down. Mind Control looking towards Chappie, rages himself away. But Tumamam ready with the chase. Does have that Diffusal Blade, looking to bring down the Lifestealer. Chappie up to the high ground though. Will be fine. They'll turn for the easier kills, catching Ghostic on the back of it all.
Wow, I actually really love what Miracle did there. Like, he's like, okay, I can't really die that easily. Like, I've got Lincolns. The Bat Rider's like the only catch that they have for me. So he goes for this like super aggressive wraparound play to try to see anybody. They did not have ward vision there. He just went for that on his own, catches the two heroes there, and they end up netting themselves 2 kills because of that individual play from Miracle. I don't know if that's KuroKy calling for that, but that is a beautiful way to secure yourself with Roshan, is to go for that aggressive play at the same time. It's completely unexpected.
And now, I mean, Liquid are very much ready to try and push up to high ground.
Yep.
Aegis, still with all the ultimates at the ready, and no Bat Rider for 15 seconds. So, well, the Empire have to be very careful how they go about this. And in fact, the chains into the crush, Chappie being gone upon down to half health, and the BKB and the Black Hole come out, but there will be the cancel with the Overgrowth. Mind Control. Not going to be able to get the full duration of the Black Hole. Again, FN coming in from the back, but he's dropping these Sanities and Clips without racking up the in. He gets the Rubik, but they turn around with the Corrosive Haze. FN, he's almost going to get taken down. Ooh, Astrals himself with the Shiny Edge survives. They baited Liquid up to the high ground, and the bait play from FN pays off. They've found 2. They'll look towards Matumaman. They pop that Aegis. Can they get more out of this one?
Wow, he lived.
Oh, FN. I mean, it looked like he was almost certainly dead there, just waltzing into the midst of them all, but Astral next to the shrine, and he was good to go. A Living Armor, of course, as well, making definitely making the save happen there.
I don't think Mind Control is going to make that mistake again. He saw the opportunity. He's like, wait, they can't really stop a BKB Black Hole if I just grab the lifesteal here. But Miposhka in a perfect position just gets the root off, cancels the Black Hole, and then they get the big turnaround. FN wraps up from behind. They even put the Supernova very far deep in the back, so they get all their ultis off. Chappie just walked in. He's able to get nice hits off under the Sunray.
Yeah, really big defense for Empire. Has to feel great for them there, managing to defend against an Aegis push.
It was 3 shrines used, though. They did commit all 3 shrines for that defense in that one, for that high ground. That is what we always, we do say. It's very hard to break high ground now without a huge advantage when you're playing into an equal skill team that has all their shrines up, even if you are at a deficit.
Well, nice little pickup as well for Chappie. He has that Orchid. We'll be looking for the Bloodthorn, so something else to allow them to cope with that, as we talked about the lack of kind of lockdown and such. But again, you have to be careful because there are Linked Spheres out there. And BKBs, of course. So not necessarily a super reliable form of locking down.
Did Liquid lose their gem there? They did lose their gem.
What have we got on? Is Ghostic?
I think Ghostic. No, that's not. That's King
right.
R's gem. I don't actually know where the other gem was. Not able to find it. Is it at base for Liquid? I don't know where it is.
Oh,
Whatever.
it's on mind control.
Oh, it's on mind control. Still. Okay, so they still got the gem.
Mind control still got
I
it.
thought they may have lost it during that engagement.
Oh, look at this here, Empire wanting to fight. Ghost Stick once again. Chappie inside him. Oh, how long are we looking at until the black hole's available again? Because I feel like that's going to be
15
fairly
seconds.
shortly. Yeah, so this movement in 10-second time will be into a black hole. Oh, get the jump in onto Kuroki, dragging him back, looking for the easy pick off, and they'll get it. That'll be the Ruby cannon down. The silence actually coming through as they pop the Lincolns. Toyman has to be careful backing away. That Supernova will at the least it'll force Liquid to hold back. And Miracle actually tried for the slight change, but a bit off with the combo there. Couldn't quite get the reach onto Phoenix.
Only able to claim a Rubik with 2 ultimates there. Now Liquid is like, okay, well now
Miracle
we can
here.
try to go.
Yeah, he jumps in, and in fact with that route, could potentially set up for a good crush. They'll come in, look for the Phoenix kill. Living Armor not enough to save King R. Turn around for Chappie, silences mind control, but he pops the BKB. Looking to chase and follow through for more. They've got the lockdown onto the tree, and a second kill picked up for Liquid. Back to the base for the rest of Empire.
They did commit the BKB on my control, but they didn't have to expend any of their ultimates. Nice little grabs coming out for Liquid.
And Empire do still have the sanities for this defense. FN continue to remain at the top of the network. Definitely we're seeing it in a game where they're 13k behind and Liquid are putting the pressure on. The Midas is certainly working out and paying off for those 2 cores.
Oh yeah, I mean he's huge. He's got Blink, he's got Shiva's Guard now finished up. His int is starting to build up to the point where maybe he can start to throw those ultis a little bit more sparingly.
Yeah, looking to jump in onto Matumba. Couple of hits, changes there. They'll force back the OD. Keep him out of harm's way. Matumba man just manning up onto the tier 3. They've got those ults. Mind Control would love to find an opportunity to black hole. 15 seconds until the BKB's there. But as we saw before, has to be really aware of the positioning of Miposhka. That overgrowth, the one true nightmare for him when he tries to commit with those ultimates on the high ground. And Liquid really are just being much more careful with how they go about breaking the high ground.
They're trying to catch Miracle mid. They've got the infest. They break the Lincolns. They're making the go on him.
Yeah, and with the Orchid follow through as well, that's going to be him down. There's no way he could play his way out of that one. Great chain lockdown. Lasso into the Orchid. And that's Miracle down for 80 seconds. That is definitely going to be Liquid saying, right, we need to chill out. We cannot afford to lose anything else during this time.
Yeah, he had the defensive remnant out, but it was just way too quick. The way Ghost Stick literally blink, force step, lassoed instantly to when he broke the Lincolns, and then yeah, like you said, the follow-up Orchid from Chappie, just a great pickup in this game versus those slippery cores on the side of Liquid.
It's just a question of how much Empire can get done during this minute of downtime for Miracle. The ping's coming out onto the middle lane. At the least, they should get a tier 1 out of this with their full 5-man still up, and they themselves, still with the sanities and the Supernova good to go.
Yep, Liquid can't. They don't want to contest this one. Without Miracle.
I mean, could they get a tier 2 out of this as well? Still 30 seconds. Refresher now done, though, for Mind Control. So we've really got to keep eyes on him for the big plays. Just has to, as we said, watch out for that overgrowth. And then with the BKB, it's a pretty free platform for him to get a good couple of black holes out.
After that reveal of the Orchid, Miracle's gonna double back for a BKB. Just having that extra survivability will be extremely crucial for him. I think Matu might do this. No, Matu's actually gonna just go for AC after the Eye of Scotty. So he's just going for tankiness versus the OD, able to stand toe-to-toe and kite the Lifestealer as well. It is scary fighting versus Enigma with Refresher.
It is.
But still, FN is, like we keep saying, that Midas is building up and he's getting very close to a Hex. So they have lots of ways to break the Lincolns and lots of ways to get the lockdown, which they were lacking before. Smoke coming out, Liquid's ready to make the go. They've got a DD on Matu. They've got the Refresher. Miracle's back up. Waves are in a good spot. It's go time.
The same can be said for Empire, though. Out they head. Ghost Stick with the cargo, but he's going to be the first to be jumped upon, and that's the bat just ripped to pieces immediately. Chappie just had to jump out and make the run back up to the high ground. The Skadi slowing him down, BKB and the Black Hole holding back the Rubik. The defensive Astral is there from FN. Can they get Chappie out of here? Trying to get him out, but the Malefice is there. Rage still unavailable.
He has no buyback. He just finished up his Bloodthorn.
Oh, dearie me. He's down for 80 seconds, and Liquid, they're not done. They'll head up to the high ground, take down the OD. FN does have buyback available. Phoenix still down for 20 seconds, though, and the mass buybacks are having to come through from Empires. Liquid just take them apart, piece by piece, jumping from Ghostig, trying to drag back the Slardar. FN is racking up the int, but the BKB refresh Black Hole comes in from Mind Control. He'll take down FN. That's a dieback, and that's GG as Liquid close up the game. Miracle looking for the glory. He's trying to find that rampage. Will they give it to him? Is the egg going to be it?
And
yes,
he gets it.
He gets it to finish off the game, 34-14. Liquid take the victory. Again, you've got to give credit. Good hold from Empire, but it really just felt at the end of the day, their draft, there was just so fewer options for them to win this game in comparison to what Liquid had.
Yep, it's literally as soon as Mind Control gets that refresher, it's go time. They're able to, you see how he like midnight pulses to cut down the trees. He's like, I'm Poska's not in the area here. I can use the black hole here on Chappie. Gets canceled. BKB, Guardian Greaves off the root. Goes again for another kind of go, and they were able to just grab him down, and that was just really well executed by Liquid. But Empire was fighting strong. They had some really good synergy with their ultimates, but the Batrider falling behind in net worth quite a lot. He was just kind of like a walking lasso. He
really
lassoed, and that was kind of it. So.
Yeah. Liquid made the right call to prioritize, taking down Ghostig in the lane a lot, and certainly helped aid their victory. But there we have it, Liquid getting the win, I believe. So that was KuroKy's 900th win, wasn't it?
It was KuroKy's 900th win, and he played, I mean, his mid-game on that Rubik, those Astro steals is like what led this to kind of happening for Liquid, so.
Well, there we have it.
Kuro.
Good job, Kuro, and he's going to have the chance to bring to the 901st. One more game of the day left, and it will be, of course, Game 2 of Liquid versus Empire. We'll see if Empire can put another stop to Liquid, or if Liquid can continue to have another pretty damn good day here at DreamLeague. We'll see you in a bit. We'll cut to a short break, and then back for some more Dota 2 action.